Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Kayla Holmesy. I'm an RA in Castor Hall on the 4th floor girls side. And today I'm going to be talking about a video that I previously posted on my YouTube, but I'm going to go more in depth about it. So I'm going to be basically talking about it, if I can even talk right now, and give you guys some more answers about what I do as an RA, what I love about being an RA, and why I would really do anything to be an RA all over again. So here we go, let's get started. So as an RA, we are given this notebook that contains like all of the information that we need to do and how to do it, which I think is really a huge blessing. I'm really thankful for the residential curriculum because without it, I honestly think a first year RA would have been so messy. Messier than it already is right now, but I think a lot messier. I remember when I was a freshman and my RA, he only had like 3 community meetings. I really like the way that the residential curriculum is now because I can give my residents monthly community meetings where we all get together. We get to talk about basically the lesson plan that the residential curriculum gives you. So for example, we're in January right now. Our community meeting that just happened, it was basically about how we as a community can motivate each other, how we can basically get each other moving to our goals we really want. But closer, they all could relate, they all could help each other out, and I think that's what made the community so much better throughout the first semester and will continue to make the community better through the second semester. And without the residential curriculum, I never would have made such a great community meeting and never would have known like what to say, what to do, what to show the residents in order to get that bond that they create at each meeting. Something that I took from the residential curriculum as well is not only to make like the interactive bulletin boards, but to actually go out with your residents and not just tell them about the resources that they have on campus, but show them. I remember like doing that the first semester, the very first couple of meetings, instead of saying like, hey, like, you know, there is a tutoring center here, I went with them and to go show them the tutoring center, and I had a lot of feedback from that saying like how helpful that was, because I mean, I am in a hall of freshmen, they still don't know USF campus very well, so they told me how much I really helped them out. And we went to go to the library, I showed them the writing center instead of saying like, hey, there's a writing center, it helps. So that definitely helped them out as well. I got great feedback from that as well. And we went around campus just to go walk, you know, basically like another tour, but we kind of just talked about like what they want to do like at USF, what they want to accomplish and what their major is and what they want to get out of their major. So it was really nice, and without that like guidance from the residential curriculum, I don't think that I would have been able to get that bond from my residents as well as I like would have on my own. So that was really helpful, and I again feel so happy to have the residential curriculum. Since coming to USF, my definition of social justice has really changed for the better. Before, I thought it was just knowing that, hey, there's privilege and there's people who don't have it, there's people who suffer from things that you may not suffer from, and that's all because of how it wasn't in their control. But coming to USF and being an RA, it made me realize that it's not only just like, hey, there's privilege and it's not privilege, but it's knowing and being aware how your privilege affects others and how they're going to perceive your words and actions. And this is something that was super important to me, and I remember telling my residents this when we had our community meeting. There were times that people spoke up about their privilege, but there were also residents who came up to me afterwards and talked to me through it, saying, hey, this is what privilege like is for me, this is what I don't have the glory and the luckiness of. I've noticed that there's been a huge change in point of view with my residents, and then they've been keeping each other like up to date with like saying, hey, like this is not okay, this is not cool. And I've actually seen residents who talked about their privilege with other residents, and it was right after our community meeting, and I thought that was a great way for the other residents to be aware of what to say, what not to say, and why they're affected by that. Every hired again for the 2017-2018 year, I hope to develop myself and my residents more by taking more direct initiatives and sending like out emails and pamphlets and text messages saying, hey, like, here's a program I'm going to, why didn't you guys join me? I think that since most of the residents and students here at USF are pre-health, pre-med, want to go into any sort of scientific field, I can help them out because I'm the same way. I know the programs, I know the events, I'm up to date just as much as they are. And if I find an event that I really like, why not take my residents as well, help them out. Being a pre-med major, it is a competitive field, but that doesn't mean that I have to go against my residents. I can take them on with me. I can help them make their resumes better. I can help them make their applications look a lot better too by going through these programs and taking the initiative and saying, hey, you know, I'm gonna go check out this pre-med fraternity if anybody wanted to go with me, get some more information, and we can do this together. The other side is that I would want to help my residents not only just academically, but sometimes it's hard to be a college student, especially when you're a freshman. I know my first year it was hard to understand, like, okay, how do I cook with a budget and how do I get to places without a car? And that's something that I really want to help my residents out as well. Maybe even like finding programs and events that collaborate with that too, like a simple college cooking class, you know? So hopefully I can take them with me if I ever find a simple college cooking class. Since being a pre-med major and being here for a while longer than my residents, I know that there's more to offer for my residents that I can provide them. And I know that I can utilize the residential curriculum while I'm doing this as well, going to places from the resources in the residential curriculum and going to the online sites together and looking at the website from the residential curriculum. And this way, if I'm rehired for the 2017-2018 year, I know that I will always have that resource with me. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope that it answered a lot of the more questions in more depth. And as always, go Bolts!